Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Black History All Month Long. Episode number 127, sponsored by Always Destined for Greatness, where conversation is always the essence of the soul. And for tonight, we are going to be highlighting Roberta Flack. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it tonight, as I have a podcast coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember to set your alarm for that. I would love to see you there tonight as well. So, Roberta Cleopatra Flack was born on February the 10th, 1937, in Black Mountain, North Carolina, to Lauren and Irene Flack, which was a U.S. Veteran Administration craftsman and high school cook and church organist. Growing up in a large musical family, Roberta accompanied the Lomax African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church from Arlington, Virginia, by playing on piano, hymns, and spirituals. At the same token, she enjoyed going down the street to the Baptist church, listening to contemporary gospel, including Mahalia Jackson and Sam Cooke, as they performed live. During her early teens, Flack excelled at classical piano, finishing second in a statewide competition for 13-year-old Black students and earned a full-time scholarship into Howard University. At the age of 15, as one of the youngest attendees, Roberta entered Howard University. She exchanged majors to voice and became an assistant conductor of the university choir. Roberta graduated from Howard University at the age of 19 and began graduate studies. Unfortunately, her father's sudden death forced her to pick up a teaching job. Flack returned to Washington, D.C., and taught at local junior high schools. She also gave private piano lessons from her home. It was at that time that her music career really started to shape, and it really evolved around her singing at local nightclubs. Roberta's voice teacher, Frederick Wilkinson, assured her she had a bright future in pop music rather than in the classics. In 1968, she began singing professionally and was hired to perform regularly at Mr. Henry's restaurant in Capitol Heights, Washington, D.C. Les McCann, who witnessed Roberta's singing, later wrote, and I read, "Her voice touched, tapped, and trapped and kicked every emotion I've ever known. I laughed, I cried, I screamed for more. She alone had the voice." From that encounter, she found herself auditioning for Atlanta Records. Her Atlanta recording, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, hit 76 on the Billboard 100 in 1972. Once Clint Eastwood, now listen to this. Once Clint Eastwood chose First Time Ever, I Saw Your Face from the soundtrack of his directional debut, Play Misty for Me, it became the biggest hit of the year, spending 6 consecutive weeks at number 1 and earning a million-selling gold disc for Roberta. It was awarded a Grammy for Record of the Year in 1973. In 1983, she recorded the end music to the Dirty Harry film Sudden Impact at Clint Eastwood's request. And through the years, her and Clint remained friends. She went on to record Grammy-winning score hits Where is the Love in 1972 and in 1978, The Closer I Get to You. Killing Me Softly with this song was her best pop vocal performance female at the 1974 Grammys. I remember this song. I wasn't born yet, but I remember this song. I was way too young, as I said, not born, to even know anything about this song, but it was something about the vocals and the softness in her tone. I just loved that song. Didn't understand it, but you couldn't tell me anything about the song. In 1974, Flack released Feel Like Making Love, which became her third and final number one hit to date on the Hot 100. In 1974, she performed When, can't even read this, I'm sorry. In 1974, she performed When We Grow Up with Michael Jackson on the special Free to Be You and Me. In 1982, she began collabing with Peabo Bryson. Tonight, I Celebrate My Love. In 1986, Flack song the theme song Together Through the Years for the NBC TV series Valerie, later known as the Hogan Family. I thought that was quite interesting. I never knew that. In 1987, she was the voice of Michael Jackson's mother in the short film Bad. In 1991, she performed a duet with Maxi Priest, Set the Night to Music, which peaked 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. In 1999, Roberta was presented with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That same year, she performed Killing Me Softly for she performed Killing Me Softly in Johannesburg while in concert in South Africa for Nelson Mandela. Didn't hear about that either, but that's amazing. To sing before President Nelson Mandela in South Africa, that had to have been everything. In 2010, she appeared on the 52nd annual Grammy Awards singing Where is the Love with Maxwell. Wow. In 2012, Roberta released Let It Be, Roberta and Hey Jude, an album of Beatles covers. Roberta had said she was asked to do a second album of the Beatles covers. Roberta had lived next door to John Lennon and Yoko Ono. And so she developed a rapport with them to a point where their son, Sean, actually called her auntie. I thought that was sweet hearing that. At the age of 80, Roberta recorded Running for the closing credit song of the 2018 feature documentary 3100, Run to Become. Roberta was a member of the Artist Empowerment Coalition, which advocates for artists to have the rights to control their creative properties. And you know, we hear that a lot. Artists are really fighting to gain control of their own music. So there's actually Artist Empowerment Coalition, which advocates for artists. So that too was empowering to hear, because in my opinion, they are entitled to their music. She was also the spokesman for the ASPCA, advocate for gay rights, and the Roberta Flack School of Music, named after her, provides free music education to underprivileged students in partnership with Flack that founded the school. In late 2022, Roberta retired from performing due to ALS, making it impossible for her to sing again. Roberta died on February 24, 2025, which was just a few days ago, at the age of 88. So God bless you, Roberta, and thank you for the legacy that you have left us all. When I was researching, I was listening to songs by Roberta Flack, brought back a lot of memories as well. And once again, I want to thank you to Cherise Kelly, uh, one of our viewers, because she also suggested that I spotlight Roberta Flack, and that we did tonight. So I want to thank you once again. And do not forget that tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard at the on the Sonya Dungee podcast, we will be talking resilient despite it all. And I will give you 3 steps in order to become resilient and stay resilient in 2025 as well. And if you haven't yet, the time is now. The Boss Masterclass is coming up next Wednesday, March the 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will be the 5 crucial, and then I X'd out crucial and I made it critical steps necessary to get unstuck and move forward into the life that you desire. So again, that's March 5th. If you comment in the chat unstuck, I will send you the registration link. And as an added bonus, I will be sending you a free gift as well. So that concludes tonight's episode of Black History, celebrating Black History all month long, episode number 127, highlighting Roberta Flack until I pop up again. And then before the Sonya Dungee podcast at 8 p.m., be safe, stay well. God bless you all. And remember, be always destined for greatness, your very best. Bye for now.